The university system in Australia is fucked.
Australian university, like the experience at an Australian university, is absolutely shit.
But all I know is that I really don't want to go to uni.
Now everyone my age at 21, they're graduating university, but they're struggling to find an entry-level paying job.
Australian university degrees are now worthless.
Imagine studying at uni for 3 years and then finding out your degree's worthless.
Man, I just realized that university is just a scam, bro.
I hate uni. I hate uni.
They told you to go to university, that it was the smart move, the safe bet, the golden ticket, that if you just got the degree, the doors would open, the jobs would come, the future would be secure. But now you're in debt, you're underemployed, you're sending out resumes into the void. And the only thing your degree guarantees is disappointment. This isn't education, it's a business. $1 billion industry selling hope at full price and delivering stress in return. Universities have become factories, churning out graduates faster than the job market can absorb, promising career pathways that lead straight into unpaid internships, casual contracts, and rejection emails. And the government, they're in on it. They deregulated fees, cut funding, let private colleges flourish, let degrees inflate while wages stagnated. They turned higher education into a marketplace and students into customers. And now those customers are broke, burned out, and stuck. This isn't just a broken promise, it's a scam. A cultural gaslight, a system that tells you education is the answer, while quietly making sure it's not. Because in Australia today, a degree doesn't guarantee a job. It guarantees debt. And the worst part, they're still telling you it's your fault.
Australian university, like the experience at an Australian university, is absolutely shit. I studied in America for a year in New Jersey in 2017, and I did a 5-year degree here in Australia in Melbourne. And the difference is like, man, I don't even know where to begin. Firstly, like, you live on campus. You know, most people in America, they leave their state, which is the biggest thing. You leave your state, so you have to make new friends. Here in Australia, people literally walk to university or catch the local tram. They have all their old school friends. So they come to the bloody class without wanting to make friends. People don't even look up. Half the people there don't even speak English. They're from international countries. It's just, I did 5 years of university. I think I spoke to like 6 people. You know, don't even get me started about a group assignment. Do not get me started about group assignments here in Australia. In America, man, like, people, free barbecues going on campus, partying every night. No, God, this is silly. I don't want to talk anymore.
Australian university degrees are now worthless. Indian bachelor degrees, master's degrees, doctoral degrees, and even diplomas are now seen as equivalent to their Australian counterparts. And you might be thinking, well, how does that make Australian degrees worthless? Well, Australia has 10 universities in the top 200 worldwide. India has 0. Not a single Indian university makes it in the top 200 worldwide. Your prestigious Australian degree that you worked very hard to attain and probably racked up quite a bit of debt with HECS now means nothing because it's comparable to just some random Indian university. And if you're wondering which Australian politicians hate their youth so much to do this to them, well, it was Labor, specifically Albanese, who recently doubled down, promising in a part of even more agreements with India that he would fully honour and commit to this ridiculous agreement.
Imagine studying at uni for 3 years and then finding out your degree's worthless. Time, energy, and a lot of cash all for nothing. You picked the course because you loved it. It gave you direction, purpose, and you could see yourself building your life around it. Then your graduation comes and you apply for jobs, but they tell you, sorry, your qualification isn't recognised. Turns out your course wasn't even accredited. 2 major Aussie unis are being sued for that exact thing. So your dreams are shattered, you have 0 sanity left, and fuckloads of debt. This kind of thing can really ruin people's lives. It's going to affect these people for a long time, because it's really hard to just pull your socks up and keep going. You did everything right. You picked a course with accreditation. You trusted them because their glossy website told you to. And now you're sitting on unemployment benefits. So there is a lesson here. Don't trust the university's marketing. They want your money. Don't trust their website. Email the board. Put it in writing. Don't risk your future, your passion, and your sanity.
What are your thoughts on university?
Do you want to go to university?
Well, it depends on what the upsides are.
If your parents want to pay for it 100%, I say do it. The problem right now, if you look at the cost of university versus salary, it didn't keep up. So the ROI of getting a degree is not there. Ask me how many resume educations I look at when I hire somebody.
How many?
0. Dude, I've never looked. I talk to the person, I look at what they've done, ask about their experience. I don't care what university they went to. Most of my engineers I hire, they're self-taught. If you know what you want to do, just go do it.
I hate uni. I hate uni. Let me give you guys a little rundown of my schedule, okay, as a uni student. So, I have uni on Monday. I also have an assignment due on Monday. I have uni on Tuesday. I have uni on Wednesday. I have work on Thursday. And then on Friday, I'm having to go out. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'm working. And then on Monday, I have an assignment due. And then I have uni on Monday as well. And on Tuesday, I have an exam. And then I also have uni that day. And then on Wednesday, I have uni. And then the next day, I have work. And then I have work. And then I have to do my uni assignment because then I have another one that's due on Monday. And I have... Just drop out.
As most of you guys know, I don't go to uni. Am I planning on it? No. And let me tell you why. Listen, there's 3 reasons. Alright, before I start into the reasons, yes, I know my shirt is small. The only reason why it's small is because I've been hitting gym. Wait, what's that over there? Can you guys see? 3 reasons why I don't go to uni. Number 1, year 12 was stressful enough. You wanted me to go from year 12, where I was sleeping at 2 a.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. to have a headache. And then go to uni to have more headache. I hear people complain about 8,000 words. I said 8,000 words? What type of thing do you need to write that's 8,000 words? I'm a procrastinator. And I don't know if you guys procrastinate, but I procrastinate. I'm used to getting an email a day before the assignment is due, and then I do it that night. You want me to go to uni where they don't even tell you? You rock up and they say, assignment is due. I said, assignment is due? When was this assignment given? When did we get the notice, the reminder? The last reason why I am not going to uni is because of Asian people. I know you may be saying, oh my God, that's controversial. How can I see a group of Asian people walking and I'm not sure whether they're going to uni or Paris Fashion Week? This is how I want to dress to uni. But you think I can dress like this once I see that? No chance. I'm not playing who can dress the best with these guys. Every day new fit. I want to wear the same fit at least twice a week. But these guys are going back to back to back every single day for the full year. I feel misled. I feel misunderstood.
Guys, so I'm 19, yeah, and literally every single one of my friends are at uni. And it just makes me feel like a low life. Like, what the hell am I actually doing? Why am I not going to uni? Am I supposed to be going uni? Like, is this thing that I'm trying on TikTok gonna go far? I don't know. I'm a risk taker. But all I know is that I really don't want to go to uni. But all my friends are at uni and I'm just thinking maybe in 10 years time they're going to be great and I'm just still going to be stuck in the same place. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people like me. But is going to uni actually important? Like, do you need to actually go to uni to earn like a decent amount of money a year? I don't know. All these people that have been to uni, like, what do you do when you get out? Honestly, some of them are literally at the same place that I am. And I have not been to uni. Like, even if I go to uni, I don't know what I would study. I'm not academically smart. I really don't know what I would be studying. And I really can't think of myself studying for 3 whole years or extra. It's just not for me. And I guess we'll see what happens in 10 years' time.
You paid $50,000 for a piece of paper. You sat through lectures, crammed for exams, wrote essays no one read, and graduated with a smile, only to find out that the job market doesn't care. Your degree? It's not a ticket. It's a receipt. Proof that you bought into the myth. Employers want experience. Networks referrals. And if you don't have those, good luck, because the degree alone isn't enough. Not in a market flooded with graduates, not in a system that treats education like a subscription service, not in a country where even entry-level jobs demand 5 years of experience and a LinkedIn profile curated like a museum exhibit. And the universities, they keep expanding, keep advertising, keep selling dreams to the next batch of hopefuls, because every new enrollment is revenue. Every new student is a customer. And whether you succeed or not, that's not their problem. They got paid. This isn't education, it's a business model. And the product they're selling, hope. Overpriced, underdelivered, and non-refundable.
I did not go to university. I went straight into a 9-to-5 corporate career at 16. And it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Now everyone my age at 21, they're graduating university, but they're struggling to find an entry-level paying job. Me, on the other hand, I'm miles ahead of them. I have years of experience under my belt. I built my confidence, I built my connections because I decided to take the risk and go down another route alone. When I was 16, I did not like the idea of going into university, getting in so much debt, and afterwards, I'm not even promised a job. I did not like the idea. I wanted money. At 16, I wanted money. I wanted experience then and there. So I chose to do an apprenticeship. I started to do an accountancy apprenticeship, and the accountancy firm was based on Ilford Lane. And I was there for about a year and a half, and it was tough because I was there from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. 5 days a week in the office. And while I was at this accountancy firm, I realized I hate accounting. I pivoted into marketing at the same firm, and that's when everything started to click for me. From there, I moved companies, I climbed the ladder, I built my skills, I built my CV. What is so crazy to me, people that I know that went to university are just starting out now are getting offered jobs that are paying less than 30k. Less than 30k. In London, in the UK, university isn't the only route. If you're 16, 17, 18, please do consider doing an apprenticeship. You'll mature faster, you'll earn while you'll learn, you'll meet so many inspirational, amazing people, plus you'll actually figure out what you really enjoy and what you want to do, and you'll be miles ahead your friends when they eventually start their career jobs.
I know who this resonates with, but man, I just realized that university is just a scam, bro. I realized that I bought into the lie of trying to get a degree or going to study, and I'm thinking that it was going to get me far in life. But then I realized that the whole time I was just a fucking slave. You know, I was a decent student too. I passed most of my shit in school. And then I fell into the trap of listening to other people's opinions and advice. You know, especially family. Like in going to study, and I ended up getting 2 more degrees, a postgraduate degree, and then I copped a $50,000 loan with nothing to show for it. You know, and the things that I did study were in no way, in any shape or form, applicable to the real world, eh? So I feel like the real freedom is waking up and being able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. To eat whatever you want, when you want, to travel wherever you want, when you want. You know, university and college is just another systematic trap to keep us in survival mode, bro. I learned that the hard way. So if any of you are going out there through a similar thing, or have gone through a similar thing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The system is modern day slavery. You know, for the parents out there, come on. Let's start teaching our kids the difference between what is real and what is fake before the system teaches them for us, bro. Pieces.
I definitely shouldn't be telling you this because these universities are going to hate me, but I guarantee you're going to university. Student admission equals sales. Every business, these are businesses, wants to improve and increase their sales. These unis literally make money off of accepting you into their university and have you studying at their uni. I understand how scary it is to be a year 12 student, worried about whether or not you actually get to go to university if it's your dream to go. But I promise you, these guys want you to come and they want you to study at their uni. Now, yes, some of these unis are really high-ranking Australian universities, so they will have high ATAR cutoffs. That just means there's a lot of people applying, so they want people with higher ATARs studying their degrees. But I promise you, the lower-ranking universities will offer you a position. Just to name some, places like Western Sydney Uni, Notre Dame, Macquarie Uni. These unis are known for giving so many students here in Sydney early entry places and giving places to students in high ATAR degrees that didn't get the ATAR for that degree. These are still amazing universities with world-class education, but you're freaking out about not getting to go there, and I promise you they're going to give you a position. So keep working hard in Year 12 if that's your goal, especially if you want to go to some of these unis with really high ATAR cutoffs. But regardless, just remember, at the end of the day, you will end up at a university. It may not be your dream university and it may not be your dream course, but you can always transfer. If you're good enough to transfer to these unis, they will accept you. Follow along for more study advice.
Every single Aussie kid has at some point wanted to go live in America, like grow up there, go to school there, like live that like American dream kind of life that's in like the movie. Myself, however, have a much funnier agenda. Growing up, I always wanted to go to America as an exchange student, just to live there for a short amount of time. My whole agenda of being there just to completely mess with everyone. Because like obviously I'm Australian, so instead of my talking voice like this, I'd be very, oh g'day mate, how you going? Like real Aussie. Just to mess with people a little bit. And like I'd be out there telling them like, yeah, I ride a kangaroo to school. His name's Jimmy. Call him Jimmo for short. Like, come on, like I've always, and just mess with, because like drop bears are a serious issue in Australia. Like they're really dangerous, really deadly. And yeah, I actually had a spider, like once it was like the size of my head, crawl under the sheets into my bed when I was sleeping. It was traumatizing, really. It was really scary, but like I just like killed it. Like it was like it's nothing. I say that all the time. And yeah, no. My school back in Australia, like we literally had a koala that stayed in our classroom. Like he had his own little enclosure and everything, and he just lived in the classroom. Yeah, that just about sums it up. Don't you reckon? Don't you reckon that'd be way more fun? Yeah, and then I would just disappear because I'm an exchange student. I go back to Australia. No one would ever know. Just me? Is that just me? Okay, cool.
They called it an investment, a pathway, a future. But for thousands of Australians, university is just a debt trap with a graduation ceremony. You'd leave with a degree and a financial anchor tied to your neck. HECS, debt that grows quietly, interest that compounds invisibly, and a job market that shrugs in response. You're told it's income contingent, that you won't pay until you earn enough. But what they don't say is that wages are stagnant, underemployment is rampant, and inflation is eating your paycheck before you even touch it, so you stay stuck. In casual work, in unpaid internships, in the limbo between qualified and hireable, and the government, they keep tweaking the repayment thresholds, keep adjusting the indexation rates, keep pretending this is sustainable, but it's not. It's a slow bleed, a quiet punishment for believing in the system, for trusting the promise that education equals opportunity. Because in Australia today, a university degree doesn't lift you up, it locks you in. And the only thing growing faster than your debt is your disillusionment.
I'm literally going to be in debt for the rest of my life. I just went on to the ATO to make a voluntary payment to my HECS debt, and it was $38,000 fucking dollars. It was indexed by 7.1% last year, so it went up $2,300. So I just paid off $2,000 tonight, but it's going to get indexed in the new financial year, so it will probably increase by like $1,200 at least, which means I really only paid off like $800 over the whole year. That is fucked. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to pay this off? I'm just so glad that I went to uni for 3 years to get a degree, only to graduate, struggle finding a job in that area. Then I finally get a job in that area, and I realized I actually don't like my job, and I don't even think I want to pursue a career in the area that I did my degree in. So I just went to uni for 3 years, and now I have a $38,000 HECS debt. I'm just so fucking glad I listened to all those teachers in high school who told me that I needed to go to fucking university. But seriously, they don't tell you. They just say go to university, otherwise you're not going to be successful. And yeah, they say it's going to cost a lot, but they don't say that it's going to keep rising every single year until you fucking pay it off. What the hell? There definitely isn't enough education around that, and maybe that was naive of me, but literally nobody around me told me that it was going to get indexed and it would be impossible for me to pay it off. If I had known that, I probably wouldn't have gone to university. So my advice is, don't go to fucking university. No, I'm just kidding. Go to university if you know that that job is what you want to do and that you need a degree to do that job. Don't go to university just because your friends are going, just because your family is telling you to go, just because teachers at school are telling you that you need to go to be successful in life. Because the thing I have realized is that you do not need a fucking degree to do what you like to do things in life. Like, look at all of the people that never got a fucking university degree, never even finished high school, and they're literally running businesses. Like, in this day and age, you don't need to go to university, in my opinion, unless you're doing fucking being a doctor or a nurse or something that you obviously need it. Like, just don't do it. You'll regret it. You'll be like me, who hates their fucking job and has a $38,000 debt.
The university system in Australia is fucked. And it's not just for the students, it's for the teachers too. According to the National Tertiary Education Union, 2/3 of university workers are on a casual or fixed term contracts with more than $100 million in unpaid wages owed to these casual academic staff. Universities are kind of run like non-profit corporations where the staff are underpaid and really mistreated, but the executives are making bank. The list of salaries for vice chancellors in New South Wales will literally make you cry. Meanwhile, teachers have no annual leave, they have no holiday leave, no research leave, no carers leave, no domestic violence leave, and no sick leave. They don't get access to funding for conference fees or travel. No form of any professional development is covered. No remuneration for designing and redesigning teaching materials. There's no compensation for attending any like academic meetings, organizing readings, digitalizing any of the resources, peer reviewing articles, or simply replying to all of those emails asking for an extension. Thinking at least that doesn't, affect the student. It's like more affecting like the teachers and the staff. For some reason, if you're thinking that, again, because it does affect the student's experience. As like a casual teacher, you have about 6 hours per semester to design and prepare an entire unit's content. You have 2 hours to prepare one weekly lecture. At around 5,000 words, there is no way that someone can prepare a lecture in 2 hours. This won't take 2 hours. It will take days of prepping and reading and summarizing and synthesizing material, making the topic engaging for students so that they actually turn up to class. If teachers actually did it in the 2 hours that they were given, nobody would be showing up and nobody would be learning anything. At the end of the day, basic security and wage rights are the bare minimum. We interviewed a postgrad researcher and they believe that if this situation keeps going, it's gonna get real rough out there. She said, things need to change quick because lots of people feel their jobs and situations are very volatile jobs and unstable. They move into areas and industries where jobs are a bit more stable and you can actually sustain yourself a little bit. But then the universities lose that talent, which is very worrying. He's absolutely right. If you want to find out like what we can actually do to sort this situation out so that we're not losing all of the good teachers, the full article is at the link in bio.
They told you university was the answer, that if you studied hard, paid your fees and followed the path, you'd be rewarded. That the degree was your ticket, your shield, your guarantee. That education was the great equalizer. But now, you're in debt. You're underemployed. You're sending out resumes into the void. And the only thing your degree guarantees is disappointment. This isn't just a broken promise, it's a scam, a cultural gaslight, $1 billion industry selling hope at full price and delivering stress in return. Universities have become factories, churning out graduates faster than the job market can absorb, promising career pathways that lead straight into unpaid internships, casual contracts, and rejection emails. And the government, they're in on it. They deregulated fees, cut funding, let private colleges flourish, let degrees inflate while wages stagnated. They turned higher education into a marketplace and students into customers. And now those customers are broke, burned out, and stuck. This isn't education, it's a business model. And the product they're selling, hope, overpriced, underdelivered, and non-refundable. You were told that a degree would open doors, but what they didn't say is that those doors are locked, that employers want experience you couldn't afford to get, that job listings demand 5 years for entry-level roles, that the only thing growing faster than your HECS debt is your disillusionment. You were told that university was an investment, but what they didn't say is that the return on that investment is shrinking, that wages are stagnant, that underemployment is rampant, that inflation is eating your paycheck before you even touch it, that you'll be paying off your degree long after it stopped being useful. And the worst part, they still blame you. They say you picked the wrong major, that you didn't network enough, that you didn't hustle hard enough, that you're too picky, as if wanting a living wage is a luxury, as if expecting stability is selfish, as if asking to be treated like a human being is somehow unreasonable. But this isn't about your choices, it's about theirs. They built a system that rewards institutions, not individuals, that prioritizes enrollment numbers over outcomes, That treats education like a subscription service that sells degrees like gym memberships, promising transformation while delivering exhaustion. And now the consequences are everywhere. Graduates working retail, master's students driving Uber, PhD holders applying for admin jobs, people with qualifications but no opportunities, with ambition but no access, with debt but no dignity. This isn't just economic failure, it's moral failure. A system that punishes belief, that gaslights effort, that tells people to follow their dreams, and then charges interest on the way down. And the universities? They keep expanding, keep advertising, keep selling dreams to the next batch of hopefuls, because every new enrollment is revenue. Every new student is a customer, and whether you succeed or not, that's not their problem. They got paid. This is what happens when education becomes a business, when learning becomes a transaction, when students become data points, when the pursuit of knowledge is replaced by the pursuit of profit. And the government? They keep tweaking the repayment thresholds. Keep adjusting the indexation rates. Keep pretending this is sustainable, but it's not. It's a slow bleed, a quiet punishment for believing in the system, for trusting the promise that education equals opportunity. Because in Australia today, a university degree doesn't lift you up, it locks you in. And the only thing growing faster than your debt is your frustration. But here's the truth they don't want you to hear. You're not alone. Millions are struggling, millions are angry, millions are waking up, and when enough people wake up, the system shakes, so let it shake. Let the outrage rise, let the truth spread, let the silence break, because this crisis isn't just academic, it's personal, it's emotional, it's existential, and it demands more than sympathy. It demands accountability, it demands change, not tomorrow, not next term, not after another inquiry, now. Because Australians aren't just surviving, they're resisting, they're organising, they're speaking out, they're demanding better. And that's where hope lives. Not in policy papers, not in press conferences, but in people, in solidarity, in truth. So if you're struggling, know this. It's not your fault. You're not lazy, you're not weak, you're not alone. You're living in a system that was never built to protect you, but you're still here, still fighting, still refusing to disappear. And that's power. Use it. Use